Hi guys, it's Belle here and I am here to share week 1 in my 2023 December daily. This year, as I've said, I'm using a Simple Stories snap binder that I had in my stash. I normally use a junk journal. Let's get started. So this is the first page. It's all very much vintagey, red, green, traditional colours, Santa themed this year. That's what I'm going for. So this was day 1. This is me and my partner. And we started December 1st off with a walk to the woods. So there's a little bit back here, another selfie by a holly bush, written on the back all about it. It actually snowed December 1st. Ever so lightly. I mean, you couldn't really call it snow. It was a few snowflakes whilst we were driving to the woodlands. The snow was coming at the car. It was lovely. It says I'm feeling Christmassy. I've got some pictures. We've got some holly and berries that we found. I made a pocket here. And then I put some more photos. It says in the cold frosty air, the snowflakes came down. Everything was looking very frosty. I've gilded on the edge of that tab. And then so the pocket, the envelope itself, obviously I've got a pocket on the front, pocket in there. And then I made the top of the envelope into a tuck spot as well. I've got this piece of Tim Holtz ephemera. There's another picture. We have these swans. We follow them every year. They're a mating pair in this area, and every year they have their cygnets and we watch them grow, and there's actually 6 of them, the 2 adults and the 4 babies. So there's meant to be 7 swans that are swimming, but it's 6 swans, but that's great. And then there's just a picture back here, Misty Mornings, Frozen Fun, where you probably may or may not be able to see, but most of the river in the area is frozen, but the ducks and other water birds have made just a little lane here through the ice that they can get through. So we had snow. At the back of here, I then stamped lots of holly. And yeah, it was snowing the first day. It was a great start. I really loved the fact that, oh, and I put some holly there. Lots of reds and greens because we were in the woods. We like to go for our woodland walk regularly. And we have a few that we go to often. So that was day 1. Day 2, I actually did this on camera. So hold on, let's do our advent. We're looking for day 9, as it is day 9 today. The mini advent, there's the 9. Let's open it up. So happy 9th of December, everyone. What is that? Oh, it's 2 bakers. Let's get that right up so you can have a look. Just there, 2 bakers. The reason I'm showing you this is this page was all about advents, and this, once it's complete, will actually fit in here. This is a vellum pocket. It says, may your holiday overflow with love and laughter. And then I put a sticker on here, so you didn't see that on camera, but you saw me add that. And I was just talking about the different advents I had. I had put some holly down here on camera, and then I added 2 pieces here that were left over. I thought they finished them off. I was talking about all the different advents I have this year. The books, the alternative, my jam advent. I do love an advent guy. I also have ones around the house, like a little old tree that's an advent tree that I've had since my daughter was born, so it's 30 years old now, and other little advents. Like, I spend probably half an hour a day doing advents. I love it. And then I'm just writing on the back what the different jams are. I have to update. I'd only got to day 7, jams and teas, and then I'm sort of marking them out of 5. What I'm finding so far with the jams is they tell me there's spices or ginger in them, and I'm not feeling that. And I'm going to tell you guys, if something tells me spices are in there, cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, ginger, I better be able to taste that stuff, because they are some of my favourite flavours. And if you're telling me a jam is pineapple and ginger, and all I'm tasting is pineapple, I'm very disappointed. Day 3, didn't do anything really big that day, so I decided to document our tree. Now, normally my tree is in pristine condition. Every ornament's where it's supposed to be. I have classic ornaments that I've collected over years. I have ones from my parents when I was little, who I now have. I have ceramic special. That's not happening this year, guys. So I'll explain why. So we put our tree up. And I'm going to get this right up. Can you see what's in my tree? Just there. Just there. And in fact, she's coming just here. She's just walking past. So we put the tree up and the tinsel. Now, I found out for Halloween, when we put our Halloween tree up and tinsel, but our Halloween tree is quite small, so it's up out of the way, that Binks, this little girl here, right here, there, loves tinsel. What I didn't know was she's also got a thing not only for the Christmas tree, but for any kind of berries, fake berries, pine cones. She's chewing the whole lot. Now, my house is normally covered in like garlands with berries and woodland themed and like leaves and like everywhere, down my stairs, over everything, over mirrors, door. Yeah, I'm going to have to replace a lot. And my tree actually has berries and pine cones on too. So when we first got the kittens last year, they were very little. We'd only had them about 4 weeks before Christmas. And so they were still getting used to the house. We'd adopted them. Well, Binks likes to climb in my tree. And so I documented Deck This Tree, put some stickers stitched around it. And then I took these photos. So we've got her there. That's a close-up of her halfway up my tree. Beautiful, but and I've put a wonderful tinsel dress because, you know, she's all covered. And there's her little face looking at me going, "What, Mama?" I hear a merry jingling, and I put a little cat sticker because she has a bell on her collar that jingles a lot. I haven't written on the back of those, and she's like, "What, Mama? I'm not doing nothing. What are you looking at me for?" Yeah, so we have a problem. I had to leave the tree up undecorated for so this is a vellum pocket, for about 2 weeks, because I actually put it up in November to see if she would get used to it. Well, no, she just likes to climb in it, up it, all through it. We deliberately didn't get a real tree because I often alternate years because they can be harmful to cats too. She's put big holes because she's just broken some of the branches. I have decorated it now, but it's decorated with all my cheap ones, all the plastic ones, all the ones I didn't care about that I was actually going to just throw away, all the ones that it doesn't matter if she breaks or runs off with, or that won't break because they're made of fabric. Yeah, that's what my tree is decorated with. So I was documenting that my Binksy Boo kitty is a bit of a tree cat. My other cat, her sister, she just watched the tree, sat underneath it because she likes to sit on the tree skirt, and that's all she does. I mean, she has climbed in it once or twice, but really nothing at all, and doesn't even play with it. Binks plays with the lights, with the baubles, with the... I mean, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But I can't say anything because, like, Topaz, who's our other big cat, who's now 11.5 years old, when we first got her and her brother as kittens, that Christmas, they were about 5 months old that Christmas. And I found out she had a thing for chewing lights. So that was a whole thing. So day 4, I decided to document the fact that this was the card I made for December, because I didn't really have other things to do. So I documented, I put this in, and it's Christmas themed because it's a robin. And it was meant to be salvaged birds. If you've seen that video, if not, please do check it out. There's links to all of them. And I ended up adding another little bird just here. I was going to leave it because I read it as salvaged bird, but I ended up adding another little one. And you can see there's a photo that evening after my partner came home from work. We put on a Christmas ambiance video, and then we played some games. Hi, Binksy. And just put happy holidays. And then we watched a movie. So I just documented that with this piece of ephemera, which again, I've made this on camera in another video. Put my little 4 and just wrote all about it. We watched the movie Genie that night, I believe, which was actually better than I thought. Day 5 was a great day. My partner and I had a Christmas date day. So what I decided to do, I have these full page pockets. I only have a few of these. Now, we'd actually got a date box. I'll take these out. So I ended up putting a pocket that's left over from a window envelope. So this was the top bit I cut off. Had a little tag, put Santa on there, wrote a part about our date night, put date night on there with a little sticker. And then this booklet came with the date box. I don't think these are available anymore, but yeah, so this came with the date box, and it actually says inside everything to do. So I wanted to keep the booklet so that I could remember all this and the games and everything else, because we did almost everything in here. And then what I did was I stuck in some photos of the different activities. So I've got one of my partner making the snowflakes, one of the snowflakes there, left all that, put 100% chance of snow because obviously, and a little bit of washi. And then the baubles. So we had to make these baubles that were big ones, glittered, everything you put in the tree. And they have these little bits of paper in them that it's got prompts for you to fill in, like journaling prompts, like what's the funniest memory you have as a couple, what's your favorite memory you have as a couple, something else about this year. And then they go in the baubles, and on New Year's Eve you open each other's bauble and read what the other person's put. So I've got a picture, your heart and mine, because it's all about things, little sticker there, some more washi. Then I put this is a picture of both of us with our baubles, with all glue and everything. And I put one of the snowflakes that we'd made with the snowflakes and some stickers. Yeah, message in a bauble. And then we had to build a gingerbread house. So I put the pictures of us baking Spirits Bright, Warm Winter Wishes and Eskimo Kisses, because we put two little gingerbread people at the front of the house as well. Oh, that was a thing. I mean, we're not great at decorating, but it was a whole thing. And then it just says other things you can do, like Christmas movies and carols and puzzles. We did listen to music the whole time, but we finished the night with my all-time favourite Christmas movie. It's just my favourite. I love it. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Here's the bit. If you've seen it, you'll know this is the bit with the turkey just before he cuts into it. Binksy was lying on us. We snuggled up with a blanket. We had the tree lights on. We had the other lights on, and we watched it. So I've got December Memories, number 5, and Binksy there. And then on the back of it, because I wanted this bit behind and this to be kind of like the page, so because this is already getting bulky, I didn't want to put another piece of paper in here, so I decided to stick it to the back of the book. And then that's what made me think about putting pictures through the book. And there's both of us with our snowflakes. There's the front of our... Like, don't judge us, guys. We are not like... The piping bag wasn't great. This is my partner's first time icing. He decided to put the creepy Rudolph on the front and have, like, the icing hang down as icicles. 2 little gingerbread. Yeah, put the number 5 on there. And then I just wrote a little bit about our date night and some stickers, some washi. I think that works great as a page. So that'll go in. I'll be able to pull that out. I'll be able to still do the activities year after year and look through it. It's almost like a mini journal in itself. And then that day for, well, it was the day after, for December day 6, we had to do selfie in a bubble. And I thought, what better way but to use one of the pictures from our date day, because it was the day before after. I've put number 5 on here. It's a tag. It's got glitter. Again, there's a video of me making this. I've just put that. I put one of the snowflakes. There's also one of the snowflakes behind our selfie. So that's in there to remember that. And it just pops in. And it's a great memory. This is already getting chunky, guys. Okay, so day 6. I do not want to offend anyone. But we decided for day 6 to watch, the memory I decided to document is we watched A Christmas Story. Now, I am watching at least one, but particularly pick one Christmas movie every night throughout the whole month of December. Whether I'm by myself because my partner's working, or whether he's home, whether the kids are here, we are watching one Christmas movie at least all the way through December. So I'd heard about A Christmas Story. I've never heard about it before. Apparently in the States, it's a classic. Again, I do not wish to offend anyone who loves this movie. This is my personal opinion, no one else's, and everyone's entitled. I'm sure lots of people hate National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I did not grow up with A Christmas Story. This was made in 1983. And the reason I wanted to watch it is because I found out that last year they did like another one with the exact same, so the little boy grown up as an adult himself. And I thought, oh, that sounds like fun to watch them both. So we watched A Christmas Story. I printed out a picture of it there. I did a little collage here. And then I had these little squares here, which looked to me, I think it's set in the 40s, guys. Is it the 40s or the 30s? Could be the 30s. Possibly. Anyway, so these looked kind of retro. They reminded me of the movie. I put down here Christmas. We've got Red Star again, if you know, you know. Apparently the gun, the BB gun he wants is a Red Ranger. So I just thought Red Star reminded me of that. Department store, because that's where he's looking at, what is it? Higbee's department store. And there's a scene there with a Santa, a very disturbing scene. A little Tim Holtz thing that says December 31. And then I had this little, I think it's from Junk Journal Studio. A little piece of ephemera that there's this little girl in this big puffy suit. Again, if you know, you know, that scene with the mum wrapping up the baby brother. And it's got a bunny. Again, if you know, you know, the bunny suit scene for Christmas. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm just going to say it. I'm never going to rewatch this movie. I'm glad I did. And we have since watched the next one, which was a lot better. But there was a lot in this movie that I was just... I sat there with my mouth like open going, oh, what is happening? There was some of the most disturbing scenes I've ever seen in a kid's movie. That Department Santa and his elves, like, what is with that? I mean, it was made in the 80s. Was this what things were like in the 30s or 40s? Like, it was disturbing. And then a dog's ear gets trapped in a door. I know it's a fake ear, but still. And like the scene with the little brother where the mum's trying to get him to eat the food and she's like, who's my little piggy? And he starts shoving his face in the plate and making pig noises and laughing and food's... No, guys, I'm sorry if this is your favourite all-time movie. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I'm glad if this movie worked for you and you've got nostalgia and you watch it year after year, just like I do with Christmas Lampoon, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. But this was a memory. I will never forget this movie, I will say that, because I just found it disturbing in so many ways. I do need to cover the backs of those, so let's not look at that because that's a bit messy. Let's cover it with a nice little piece of paper or something. I haven't got anything nearby. Anyway, so the next day, day 7, I decided again to use... Hold on, guys, because I really want to cover that because I need to... Let's just do that. I need to do the backs. So day 7 again, not lots happening that day, but it doesn't matter if you haven't got lots happening. Document something, just anything. So on this day in particular, I decided to document the Santa I bought this year. If you don't know already, I collect Santas, and every year I will buy one particular piece that is the piece that I buy that year to add to my collection, because otherwise I'm going to go crazy. So this is a double pocket. So the Santa I picked up this year is actually this Mr. and Mrs. Claus. I've backed it onto paper, stitched around it, used these great rub-ons that I absolutely love. Some Tim Holtz, some gilding up there. These little ephemera pieces, and I've put Holly Jolly. Yeah, this kissing couple. I rarely ever see a Santa and Mrs. Claus together. You normally buy them separately or there's separate ornaments, but this little one of them kissing was the cutest thing ever. And she's got like a gingerbread, you can't see it, you can just about see like a candy cane there. She's got like a red and white collar on her dress and a little love heart, and then she's got little metal gold glasses. I mean, I love this, guys. It's very appropriate for this year too. With my partner and I celebrating our 33rd anniversary and our civil partnership. Yeah, I love it, guys. Like, I absolutely adore this. And I just wish they did more Santa and Mrs. Claus together ones, because I would probably collect those, not just Santa. Then I cut out some scrapbook paper, added a little bit of this paper here, put a little felt tree, used an Anna Griffin embellishment piece, added another little piece here as well as the other bit, because it was a long piece of, you can't really see that, but it was a long piece rub on. So I added that at the bottom, special delivery, and just wrote about the Santa, where I got it. It sticks out a little bit, which I like. So Santa's hat and the tree kind of just comes above this, which I like. It makes it more dimensional. And just wrote about the Santa, where I picked it up, and that it's my collection this year. And then the final day, day 8. I know there's 7 days in a week, but I'm going to do day 8 because that was yesterday. So day 8 looks a bit strange. It doesn't look very Christmassy. that's because the thing I wanted to document this day, this is what I mean about choose memories that are special to you, that you want to remember, but they don't have to be big things. So I really like this company on Etsy. They're called Sandstar Arts. Sandstar Art. They're on Etsy. It's an artist. I can't remember her name right now. I think it's Jane someone or other. Let me just take this off because I think it's on the back. It's somewhere. Jane something, I think. Anyway, and I really like, I've brought a lot of bookmarks from them. They mix Halloween cuties like ghosties and monsters and pumpkin people, but she does them for all year. So there's Valentine's ones with little ghosties and that. There's ghosties on the beach eating ice cream. I've brought bookmarks and a couple of postcards before because I like spooky cuteness, and I particularly love when she does her Christmas stuff. So I had ordered this absolutely adorable, and you can actually see the Etsy shop there, Sandstar Arts, and on Instagram and that. I am not sponsored. I bought this for my own money. It is a little wooden, let me get this off, a little wooden, it was reduced, and it is this cute ghost with a candy cane and spiders, and there's pumpkins and eyeballs in the Christmas wreath, and I just love it, guys. Like, this is the perfect blend for me. It's my two favourite things in the world, Halloween and Christmas. And cuteness with a candy cane. Like, I just love it. So that arrived yesterday. It came packaged in this wonderful like paper inside the parcel that she stamped her stamp all over, and then snowflakes. It had a little sticker on the front of the envelope that said Merry Creepmas, with two little ghosties decorating their Christmas tree. I mean, adorable. It had obviously the card in here that I've put on with washi so that I can open it and see all the details. There was a pumpkin holding the tissue paper. Then the badge itself was wrapped in orange tissue with this pumpkin, and then it came in a black and white bag that had the sticker Sandstar Art and this cute little snowman sticker. So I wanted to use the bag. I made the card that all that was wrapped in into an actual page by sticking it together, doing a bit of sewing. I made the bag itself into a pocket because I am going to make a tag. It also came with this free sticker, which is the actual image of my badge. So that will be going on the tag, or it's similar to the image on my badge. I added one of my embellishments and the number 8. Then I added the North Pole wax seal because it came in the post. And like, this is from the North Pole. This is a stamp wax seal like you get on letters. And then I just added Midnight Moon and some Tim Holtz bats because I wanted to really blend it. So what I am going to do is, one of the prompts for Defembera is Halloween meets Christmas. So I am going to make a tag to go in this pocket for that. So that's why there's no tag in there right now, where it's going to have the ghosty and everything else, because I want the tag to go in here because it's going to work perfectly in my journal. So that's it, guys. And you can see, you can just, what I'm loving about this ring binder this year is that it's given me flexibility to add things like this, where it's packaging and I can just pull it out, work on it, make it, sturdy it, put some eyelets in it. And then we've got these pages. I have to say, these are my least favourite kind of pages to work on. I've realised I don't like these, but I've got them, so I'm going to use them. And it's challenging me in a different way. And then we've got bits where I can just add random little bits like this. Now, I know when you're making a junk journal, you can add different size pages. But when you're doing something like a December daily, you don't know what you want on that day. And I'm just finding that working in this binder is making things a bit like more interesting, different for me. I'll probably go back to a junk journal next year, but anyway. So that is day 8. That is everything I have wanted to document so far. And we are about to be on day 9. And yeah, I've added some trim there, but I think I need to add some to other pages. It's looking not so much fabricy at the moment. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I will leave the link. This is a UK company. I will leave the link to this down below. Again, I've bought this with my own money. I am not sponsored. This is not a promotion. But if there are other Halloween-y Christmas lovers down there, you know, I'll probably get questions. So I'll leave the link to that. Don't forget, you can check out where I go through this and explain why I'm using this one. I have a video on that. And I have done one of the days as well. So check out, everything will be in my December Daily 2023 playlist if you are interested. This is already getting chunky, guys. Like, this is the downside of a binder, is that this is already getting chunky and I'm only 8 days in. And we all know that normally my December Daily journals end up like that. So, yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. But we're just going to keep going and see what happens. I think, have another binder if I need to move into a second one. So that is a possibility. Right, that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please do check out lots of those other videos if you haven't already and you want to catch up with my December daily prep and what I've done so far. And let me know down below how it's going for you, and what you might be up to, or a favourite movie you've watched so far this year. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, guys, I hope you're having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.